So one thing I would like to mention before we get going is my Skellige build. There's been a patch since then, and some things got nerfed and buffed. My beginner Skellige, I had Axemen in there. Probably not so good now that they only get buffed when you hurt the opponent. And, you know, he can hurt the opponent, and Alzor and Stammel can, Lacerate can. But other than that, they're not getting buffed. So, I'm thinking for my beginner Skellige, we're going to take these out. We wanted Warcry in there because it seemingly was quite impressive for beginners. And we've got a lot of Warcry potential. You know, Stammel forwards as well and such. So, that's probably what we're going to do. But let's open our kegs first to begin with.
Inside.
Let's see what Wow Wow is inside.
Wow.
Alright. I mean, that's a great card for thinning for Northern Realms. Warcry, that means we've got 2. That's very important for this Warcry deck.
Goody.
Move to the ground. That's really good if you can wound yourself. I don't think we've got much of that. Stammel forwards and that would work, so maybe we'll try that. And Ran Warrior is very good for that consumption, which I remember we had a lot of. Imperium Forces or Neca Warriors, we don't need that one. We've got 3 of those. We're going for... Now, I do believe you get 3 Foglets, so this might open up just the Foglet thing. I don't plan on playing these too much, because you'll need to have Kahir to make these guys worthwhile, which is a gold card which resets both leader cards, so you can reuse them, because these gain 4 strength every time you lead a card. So we're going to choose this one to give us some ideas. You know, we could copy Neckers, we could copy Foglets or something. Alright, that was a nice keg. Interesting. Hope it gets a bit more. I don't think Rethas is here right now, no. 3rd Warcry, right. We're fully decked. You probably won't take 3 Warcries in a deck.
Nice.
Imperial Brigade. Trebuchet. We haven't got too many discarding options, so it's probably not good for now. And we got Kahir. Right. So that's what I was saying you need in order to get those Imperia guys. It reactivates your leader ability for both players. He's very strong. Very strong. But Nilfgaard isn't too strong for beginner-wise. Don Natalis he's definitely worth 16 if you've got that amount of units on the board, which you could have, so he could be very valuable. I really like Skellige, and this guy is an auto-include. I think it really optimizes your hand. He's 6 strength, and you get some deck thinning. So I'm going to choose Ermion, but I don't know what other people would pick. He's definitely good if you enjoy playing Nilfgaard, and he's got some very good tactics with him. Not many people choose him, but there's no reason not to. He's definitely worth 16 strength every time if you've got 3 units on the board. I'm going to choose Ermion, because he's a great gold for Skellige. Right, all of those were faction specific, so I went generally for the one which, the faction I enjoy playing the most, although we will play all of them. So I've only got this leader card for beginners, and that's all you will have. And Kahir to reset your leader ability is not too good with this leader. You'll want this leader. Look at the top 3 cards in your deck and play one. So reactivating your leader ability gives you an extra card. Gives the opponent an extra leader ability as well. But that's pretty cheap, 200, but you're not going to get 200 too easily. So I'm going to change my beginner Skellige. I don't think the Axemen are any good anymore, because now they've been changed so that they only get buffs when the opponent gets hurt, which is completely different from the last thing, because there was a patch in between. So I don't like those anymore, because we've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to hurt the opponent. Scorch doesn't count, as far as I'm aware. So not really too good. Although Stammel Forge does a wide amount, so you could get some value out of that. But we're just going to go for Warcry, and we've got quite a few Warcries. I might stick in the Berserker Marauder, because he gains +2 strength for each weakened unit on the battlefield. So if you don't get a Warcry and you get him, weaken everything with Stammel Fords, and then place him down. He gets easily like 21 strength or something, so he could be quite good. And how many Warcries do we want? Let me just have a look. Right, we haven't got any more of these. We do have a gold to put in now, though. But the question is, do I want just one Warcry? I I think it's probably better if I take 2. We definitely don't want to not have 1. And we do have Ermion now, so I'm going to remove either a First Light or a Swallow. Swallow is always good, though. We do have an Armor Smith. We'll do that. We'll see how we go. Alright?
Any last words?
Warcry with Swallow seems weird. Well, you can swallow things like the Priestesses, which are going to take no... They're not going to be effective with Warcry. You could swallow things if you don't get a Warcry. You could swallow the cow. You know, you could swallow after Warcry. Swallow is just great for beginners. It's worth a lot of value, always worth 8. You don't have to do anything tricky. It's great. So he's Eridan. Now, as a beginner, we're going to have to keep that then. That'll get rid of an Ancient Foglet, which is great. Stammelford might not be necessary to begin with. We've got a Warcry and some other stuff. So we'll get rid of the Stammelford for now. You got Jutta? Wouldn't mind a gold. I might rejigger that, try and get a gold. Alright, not quite. Doesn't matter. Holger Blackhand is no longer taking on new swabbies. He's only taking on advanced swabbies now. So, welcome ye beginners to the game of Gwent. And that's how you win a round of Gwent. Okay? So, I changed my deck up. I got DECOY. Oh, fucking hell. That is an excellent reward. Now, what did I get DECOY for there exactly? That was just a random section bonus. Because that is really good. That is amazing. And I didn't even put any effort into that game. So, I feel kind of bad because beginners won't get that sort of look. Because that is way, way good for a beginner. Means that I'm going to... I mean, it's not absolutely impressive now, but it's definitely an auto-include for a beginner who don't have as many silvers. So, yeah, we haven't got silver cap. I mean, it's not an auto-include. It doesn't give you card advantage anymore. But it's really good to replay these priestesses. Replay these. You can pick up the cow and spawn its chort and replace the cow. Really good there. Replay him if he's doing a lot of weather. You know, something gets wounded way too low, you could decoy it back up again. Decoy him. So, I mean, it's a great card to put in. But again, we've got to take something out again. What are we going to take out? I'm thinking either Swallow or maybe... Three wounding isn't too much. There's not much that's going to fall into 3 wounding. But if we just have a quick look on the cards, like, I haven't got many to be honest, but it's mostly just going to be like Sarah and stuff like that. I think you should start a new free-to-play account because this is just tainted by a great decoy. Yeah, exactly. Tainted by an excellent decoy.
You shall die, worm.
Mill your decoy for the newbies. That is an option. We'll consider that. Maybe we'll see. We got a very high level card there, and maybe you'll get a high level card, but it seemed like you probably wouldn't. Right, we've got a Warcry. So these guys are great. We don't have a Stammelford, so Yutta's not going to get anything unless they do anything with it. Let's see who we're fighting. Monsters again, so we'll keep the clear skies. We probably don't need a priestess straight away. Okay, 2 of those is great, but we'll play the long game. I'm still trying to get some golds. Alright. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick out the clan Tursak skirmishers because we want him to go to the graveyard.
Overseas plundering and spring.
We'll have to worry about the Caretaker on monsters. Caretaker is a gold card for monsters, where he can steal something from my graveyard and play it. That is non-gold. And this is a prime target for that. But at this low level, I don't think he will have it. He's got the cow. That might be another target which the hunter that I just removed might be worthwhile. So we're gonna just gonna start buffing this guy up. I got the feeling I don't have to worry about Caretaker. You could also have Griffins as well. So we're gonna put all our eggs into one basket here. So his strength is relatively low this round, but he's going to produce a lot of strength for next round. So we have to be careful about that. When that's removed from the board in any way, it spawns that. And when that one's removed from the board in any way, it spawns 2 of those. Right, I've got clear skies for this very purpose. But they're not worrying me at the moment. And if he wants to buff them with Thunderbolt, we'll let him before we remove the weather, because they die when the weather is removed. So, if I put that out, we've got 2 10s. It's not great. We will... He's got Eridin, which can get him to 24.
We'll greet him with fire and iron.
Remember, when you're versing monster players, or when you play it yourself, the last card that you place is the card that you keep for the monster faction ability. So he doesn't want to keep the Foglets. He wants to keep someone like Eridin up there. This guy. He's 11 strength. Alright, that's great. Now, you may not think that's great, but it is. That is 10 strength, right? And whenever you resurrect it, it gains 3. Now, unless he's got a Griffin, which moves cards from graveyard, or Caretaker to res out himself, we'll just resurrect that next turn. I think, now he's used that, we're going to rush in with this, I think. Now, bear in mind, these guys get extra strength due to the faction ability of Skellige. Every non-golden Skelligers get +1 every round for their base strength. These guys don't. So it's generally better to use these immediately. Now I do have a lot of 7s, but he doesn't have another Scorch. Unless he's got Guild Igni. Again, I don't think he will have that. Winner is a wiener. So at this point, he may consider passing. My strength is really high. I would use that. I'm not going to place anything more down. But the fact that he's passed means that he's going to keep these. Alright? Now let me just look, because I'm uncertain here. When removed from the battlefield, spawn a Chort. The Chort is, I don't believe, fleeting or anything. So if I killed that, the Chort will come out. So I didn't want to do that, and I waste card advantage by doing so. I had the option of destroying the cow to get that onto the board, because I'd still be ahead in strength. But then he'd keep that anyway, so at the minute he's going to keep a Foglet, which will die when the fog goes off, so it's fine. Thank you very much, Dratsum. 3 months in a row. You get yourself a nice, what's that, copper crown? He's got quite a bit of strength here. We've got 2 war cries, not amazing. We're looking for this guy, is what we want. Want him. He allows me to draw 2 cards and discard 2, so discarding these is going to be quite important if we don't actually want them. Now, in terms of monster faction ability, I think that came out first. So I'm either going to pass or I'm going to waste this. I think I'm just going to pass. Wooden crown. Sub gets ignored, not sub gets ignored. It drats them. Have you tried free-to-play dwarves? You don't have many dwarves to begin with, I don't think. You might have a few. I've actually got my Hackums, so I could do. Now, so if my calculations are right, I'll keep that 1 strength unit. What? That was just a bit unclear. That looked like that came out first. But, alright, so bad play there. We should have used a war cry so he spent another unit or buffed or something. Do you even know your own crowns? No, I forgot. Forgot my own crowns. Right, since he won, he has to go first. Got a nice strength though. Tokens are fleeting, KBT, they won't be kept. Ah, you're right, that's my mistake. But yeah, that was guaranteed to be kept. So The 1 strength golems are fleeting, which means they don't get to stay, as you see. The thing that created. So because they're fleeting, means they don't get to be kept. And that is not fleeting, so that was guaranteed to be kept. So that was bad play by me. The feeling when it's bad play by you. It was terrible.
We'll greet him with a fire and iron.
Yeah, we've changed the side. How you doing, Lemon?
There is no escape.
Pinged. We don't want to get pinged. Got a 10 strength on the board. We've got 2 war cries, which is not great. That's probably going to hopefully bring us a priestess. Oh, we'll probably have to do... That's 15. That could go a lot higher. But worth doing that. Just zap him in a minute. Got a lot of high strength units here. But we're not placing that down because Scorch hits the highest, and so far that's a 10. We know he's got an 11 somewhere, so we can get 1 more value out of it. He's not gonna frost because he's got some non-frost related here. Priestess,
Modern
please.
Freya is
Thank
patient, but she brooks no insult.
That's worth 15. These worth a lot more than 15.
We'll follow you always into the fair.
Worth 16. Okay, providing he doesn't hit them, they're worth 16. Right. He's got 2 8s on the board. Are there any way I can... No. No way I can deal with that. I'm going to use this now, even though he's got an 11. Because I'm pushing into the realms of I'm going to have more strength than him soon. 2 war cries really worth it. Not really. But I think I'd rather have one and not need it than want one and not have it. But we've got Ermion to discard. But it's just unfortunate we got 2. We've got loads of other things we could have got. But unfortunately we got 2, which is not good. Two are not worth it unless you do it on 2 separate occasions. But so these cards are not too good. Damn. But would he have done that, is the question. Would he have done that if he knew I had Scorch? Just check whether he's used Scorch. He has. It's going to be a close game. He's got a lot of high strength left. High strength cards. So Warcry obviously draws the strength of all weakened non-gold units on your side. I don't have any weakened units. Ah, you what? He used Stammelford, which would have been great against her, with her. Because then we wouldn't have wasted the thing.
May Freya choose.
I'll put that down in case he won't have another Stammelfords. To be honest, I think he's made a monster Warcry deck, to be honest. How you doing, Whisper? Welcome to the stream. He's gonna consume... I get 1 strength if I use that. So I'm going to see if he's got any wounding on Yutta and Dumun first. Hmm. He's got Grave Hag. Interesting. That's going to go up a decent strength. We'll just waste that. That going to go to about 12. 8. That'll get him to 52, which is better than me. That one. What's this?
Dead as a creaser.
Greeting. Want to look over our stock?
What is that card? Alright. We lost. Well done on the lacerate. Now, you may be thinking, would I have won if I had not put him there? No. If I had one more card advantage, it wouldn't have helped. Well played. Let's try again. I don't think that was a great example to Warcries, but we did alright. Lost. That is an anemic hag. The Grave Hag can get to really high strength, can't it? Yeah.
As dead as a creaser.
You've got the heart of an uncrate.
2 Warcries. Oh my god. Alright, we'll get rid of one of those. Yeah, we've got no units whatsoever. It's a bit crazy. Let's get rid of one of those. Gotta keep that. What? How good do you think the Queen's deck is? Do you think Radovid is still the king? I still think Radovid is good, yeah. Now that might be a target for a Scourge, but I'm not gonna bite. So, remember, that spawns a unit anytime it's removed, and Decoy brings it out of the battlefield, so it counts as removed. I'm going to get 2 for 1 on that one. We just got actually a lucky reward, lady. A very lucky reward. So I might keep the cow. I think that's the target. But we don't really mind. He gets to keep a 10 strength. He has a 9 strength with him. I didn't get to keep the cow. Oh, I'm not monsters. What? I thought I was monsters there for a moment. I'm not a monster player. Oh, you're welcome, Cat and Cat. You're welcome. Alright, so. A lot of these cards, you know, we kind of really wanted our warriors or our skirmisher. Could use that to get it, but it doesn't feel great. We'll push him a little bit and see how it goes. We don't want him to keep either of these. Scorch? Not yet, actually. That Owls or Thunder?
Billion barrels of burning pitch.
Oh, that's not looking good. But don't worry, he can't Scorch because he's got a 10 strength minion. If we can get rid of his Scorch now, that'd be great. Okay. Right. I could pass because we're drawing and I'll have to play another card. Or I could Warcry. Because at the minute my Warcry is not really that effective next turn. Although I will have a stronger one of him. Feel like he'll probably Ekimara soon. Then we Scorch it. No, we'll pass. When he Ekimaras will Scorch. Okay. So he's have to use one more card to get like no strength. So either he plays down something rubbish, or he just buffs something which will be kept, which I believe will be that. So he's just going to keep that anyway. He's not going to keep these, even though they're placed later because they are fleeting. You can check any tags here. Okay, breedable and fleeting. So he's not going to keep these. He's going to keep the harpy, which is not impressive. He should have definitely done it on the harpy. It would have been enough, and he would have kept some strength for next turn too. Okay, doesn't look like he's got any weather considering what units he's placed so far. You know, what the. Stolen 11 strength thing. Ghouls against Skellige. Really powerful. Is he going to get higher than 15? What? Right, so I'm just going to place this down. The only reason I might not want to place this down is if I'm scared he's got more ghouls. Because we definitely don't want him to take that. So we're gonna pull that out first.
Her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Now this guy would have been great to play because he can't do anything about that really most of the time. So it's like I haven't played a card because he can't do anything. He can't react to that card. You can't wound gold cards very easily. Ahoy, mateys! Ahoy, hoy, human friend. So he's eaten his own prize-winning cow. He gained 1 strength. He does have more ghouls. A ghoul can consume a unit and absorb its strength from either graveyard. So it's an RNG-based card. But if you use it in round 1, after something's been destroyed or consumed, then you can guarantee good strength with it. So that's an advanced tactic with the ghouls. Or a medium tactic. Especially his weather. He won't have weather, I don't think. So we're going to use this. Or we can just... We'll plot this down, because again, that doesn't do anything. But he can react to this still. Basically don't want him to hurt this. Again, I mean, no rush to get that. Now, when I want to use Warcry, that will become a 20 strength. So then I do have to worry, because that will destroy my own unit then. Be careful about that. Do I have card advantage? I do. So if he's got a Scorch, he can't use it. So we're going to use Scorch at the very end. Or close towards the end anyway. And I think we'll just place that down.
So,
just in
no
case he's
one
got like a
else
stamina
dares
forward or
face me.
something. If we can get her wounded, then that'd be good. So currently I'm playing around his own version of Scorch. He can't use it. And we'll hopefully try and make it so he can't use it for the whole game. I've got a very interesting tactic in my mind, which I'm not sure whether I should do or not. And that is, use this guy, the Armor Smith. Reset all weak and non-good units to their base strength. So he'll go back up to, I think, 12. Which means he's not wounded, so Warcry won't work. But then maybe we could lacerate our own row. And he'll go down to 9. She'll go down to... No, he'll go down to 7. Oh, wait, no. They both go down to 9, which doubles to 16 each. Might be quite interesting. Either way, let's just do this.
We'll greet him with a fire and iron.
You've never saw Yutta on Demon. She is classed as a beginner card. The reason I'm targeting that is because it's weather immune. So if by any chance he does put down a weather and hurts his own row, then that's going to weaken him.
Resistance is futile.
Okay. So again, my maths for lacerating my own row, I'm not sure if it's clear. This will get me 2 16s. Alright, if I do that, then I get 16, 16, 12, no, about 14 plus 12 on that one. No, 8 on that one. I think I get more. Oh, 18, yeah, sorry. My fault.
Get yourself an
Maths.
axe.
Maths. We're going to try and do that. This way we can slow down when we have to use Scorch. So yeah, he scorched his own side. Now we don't have to worry about that. That was a very silly move. He should have just not played it. Unless he's really waiting for something else. Now is the time to lacerate my... Done. I can't use my Scorch now. I can't use my Scorch now. Doesn't matter. Well done. Okay. That worked out well. Didn't actually get to see the thing though.
Sit at my table and let's drink.
King Bran.
For Skellige's glory!
What deck is this? This is a beginner deck. Okay. Now, I started a new account. This is my free-to-play account. And everything here is from what I've earned through kegs alone. We managed to get a decoy very luckily, so I feel a bit bad about that one. Right, so in this opening hand, we're fighting against King Bran. But we don't want two Priestesses of Freya, sorry. They work well together. We might want one of them. I don't really want him yet. Again, I'm going to keep going for Ermion or something. 10 strength is okay. Place this guy down first.
Get in the way of me axe.
Because if he passes weirdly, we want to make sure he goes into the graveyard.
Give him no rest, no reprieve.
If that gets wounded, it pulls out other ones. So, I'm not sure how he's going to self-wound that.
So what? Should I pound
If he
it
does
into a pulver?
wound it, then he'll probably wound me at the same time. Means Warcry will become available. Yeah, he's gonna do 2 damage. He's gonna remove
Give
3
him no rest,
strength from it.
no reprieve.
Right, bear in mind that these guys add 2 base strength to a non-gold unit on your side of the battlefield. So base strength is the white value. Okay, and when it goes to the graveyard, it will keep it. So if I buff this guy who's wounded,
Come on,
his strength will increase, but he'll still be wounded. So we're making Warcry very good. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. You've got a lot of wounded just to get another bit of strength.
Won't pay us in gold, pay us in blood.
He's going to start discarding units. That guy is now protecting these guys from a Scorch. And if he gets Scorched, that's great. And we're probably going to use Warcry on this turn. Because that's quite worrying. That can climb quite quickly. Depending on what kind of discarding option he's got. He's using King Bran. Discards 3 cards.
Praise be the bravest.
Oh, look.
Boring just standing here.
That's pretty powerful. I mean, this kind of all depends on how much I want to push. Do I play that one down? Or not? There you go. So if he's got a Scorch, he could get rid of 16. Still in the lead. Now he's got a Scorch. Gonna Scorch those 2 14s. Then maybe I should have passed.
We've no time to lose.
Or he's looking for it. And I think at this point I am going to pass because he'd have to use a couple more cards. Or he's just going to Scorch. Either way. He did always look at what cards they're discarding too. There's his Scorch. If I'd have carried on that round, it probably wouldn't have ended too well. Right, so a lot of these Skellige can discard cards to their graveyard. And what I mean by when look at the cards they're discarding is certain cards, like this guy here, discard up to 3 cards from your deck and place them into the graveyard, right? The graveyard is up here. Click on that and you'll be able to see what cards, like he hasn't played the first light, but he put that in there. Okay? So just look at what he's discarding to the graveyard. It gives you an idea of what he's not able to play anymore.
Won't pay us in gold, pay us
So again,
in blood.
this guy gains 2 strength whenever you discard a unit. When he discards a unit, not me. He's done 9 strength here. I've got a decoy, which allows me to replay a card. We're going to save that for the priestess later. And we're going to stick down probably Jutta on demand.
Exactly what I'd hoped for.
For the clan! For Skellige!
He's got a lot of strong cards here. So he played that card, which spawned this card on my side. The eye gives you the indication that it's disloyal. He played it on my side, so the enemy played it against me. And what it does is it jumps from row to row at the start of my turn, and minuses 1 from everything on that row, which is great for Warcry if I had it. We can decoy it back onto his row, which is an option. I'm not sure I want to destroy my decoy or ruin my decoy. We've got to have a guess, have a think of just what he is going to. I'm going to do that, and the reason is that doesn't work with Warcry, but we don't have that, so.
Not your lucky day.
It looks like he might be pushing all in. So decoy the whale. I mean, the value of the whale is not really going to be that good, though, is it? He's going to jump every turn, but we've probably only got about 3 or 4 turns. So I'm going to give him like 6 strength, and he'll only remove maybe about 4. So I'm not going to do it.
Told you it'd be worth it.
We'll follow you always into the fair.
I mean, if he passes here, yeah, he's going all in. How you doing, Jay Brown? Nice to see you.
Virgin, mother, and
Able to pull
crone.
some stuff. My stuff's bigger than his, though. But thank you very much for that 3-month subscription, Jay Brown. You've got a new emote, Commander's Horn the Whale. I was going to, but it wouldn't have won me the round, so I didn't want to do it. We really want to keep that till next round, because that is going to be my next round winner. Now it might be a good idea to do the whale. He's got a lot of strength there. Always going to hit 1, 2, or 3 people. I'm going to give him 6 strength. 4, 8. Not going to be enough. I'll be honest, I don't think I can do it without using this card. I won't decoy. I think decoying this will be a good idea. Yeah, give it a +3. Means it's stronger. If that goes to the melee row, we got a better Commander's Horn. We want that to actually go to that row now. And even if it doesn't, we've got 8 strength if he doesn't play a card, and we can win. Just play a card and that goes to the melee row, we've still won, so there we go. Are you going to go to the melee row? No? Doesn't matter. Although that will go. It could take 2 strength off. You bastard.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Out with the crowns. Come on, quick now.
You bastard. Oh, funny stuff. I mean, is it random? Because it doesn't look random. Oh dear. Alright, let's see what we get. Are we going to get something useless or something good? He's got 2 cards. Alright, that could be useless, could be good, thank you. We've got some tea. My turn first. Yeah, we do it. Priestess. 9 strength, he can beat 9 strengths. We all saw that coming. What can you do? Alright, if that's a useless card like Warcry, then we're good. You won't be Warcry though. I'm not sure what
We
kind of
serve
useless
her
cards
who
it could
is
be.
virgin, mother, and crone.
But he kept that priest behind, so.
That's it. Good.
Ah, bollocks. Bollocks. Bollocks, mate. Oh, that was so close, that bloody whale. The question you've always got to ask yourself is, could I have won if I'd have used my Priestess of Freya instead of the decoy on that thing? So I used Priestess of Freya, then I would have got, and that probably would have won me the game. Then I would have got that guy, and I would have got a decoy on that guy, which would give me about 11. And I would have got Commander's Horn, which would put me up to like 15, which I don't think would have won, so. You lost to expensive cards, KBT. Don't worry. I mean, yeah, like I mentioned, he did have quite a few of the decent cards there. He had 3 Raiders. He had King Bran. He had a Whale, which is pretty decent. Worked for me if I could add Warcry. I didn't.
Last words.
Would use one. But don't be put off by games like that. You know, especially as a new player. It was a very close game, and that's what this game's about, you know? Very close game. Could I have done things differently and won? Possibly. Possibly. We got Ermion this time, so he's going to give me a nice bit of value. So we're going to keep the first light because he's playing monsters. Stammelford. Not too necessary. We've got 2 of these. Go to Stammelford. Commander's Horn. We'll try and go for one of our silvers or something. That's a gold. Yeah, that's good. Do the salty streamer rant about how you lost because the other guy was paid to win. Yeah, that's right. He just paid more for it. He overpaid me. My turn first. Let's go for. We're going to save him until we get something we don't actually want. So let's start with one of these. We'll start with these. He's got a Scorch, he might consider it. Before we even consider Warcrying these guys, we're going to have to buff one by +2 so they're staggered.
So what? Should I pound it into a poker?
There you go. Outpaid. Yeah. Oh my god, he's got so many good cards. Pay to win. Outpaid. So if you've got any ideas on what new people might like me to talk about, feel free to let me know. I'm going to put in a third one of these, and because I think he's placed that card, which is not weather immune, and that one, so he probably doesn't do too much weather. If anything, he just does fog. So we're just going to put that down, and we'll use Warcry. You reckon about now?
We'll follow you always.
Peasant account. Yeah, we're King PeasantToof down here in the bottom. Is our peasant account. Believe it or not, there are still certain streamers who cry pay to win. So at this point, I know he can beat me if I pass, but if I do this, he could play a weather and just wreck it. But let's just do it. Okay. I think he will pass now, and he'll keep a golem if he passes. Unless he's got something up his sleeve. I mean, 18 strength on a Scorch is a good way to go, but I don't think that'll actually put him ahead. He'll put him within Eridan range if I pass, though. But he's just going to pass, and he's going to keep the golem, which is good for me. Plan on create warrior. Pathetic. Oh my god, people are making use out of that emote. I mean, that's not bad to keep, because it means that he's guaranteed these 2 1-1s on round 3 as well, unless I get rid of it. Okay. We'll probably save that. He will get an amount of cards next round, which he'll probably try and Thunderbolt. You've always got to consider, do you want to play your first light? How much card advantage do I have? None. He will have to go first next round, but that won't give me card advantage.
We'll greet him with fire and
So we're
iron.
going to play some cards, try and bleed him a little bit. Because I've won the first round, he really generally can't pass. Bollocks. Oh my god, he got rid of a nice one. This is kind of scary. I mean, he's going to keep that if we don't. So we're basically forced to play now. No, Crush's ability does not get buffed with the passive, like the ones you do from your hand. I mean, it's good to play early, but maybe you could save him around 2, because then if you play one of these and Crushes, they're going to be behind, which is great for staggering. We don't care about his strength. All we care about is...
Greeting.
All we care about is that he's eating my bloody graveyard. But all we care about is that the last card that he plays is not a good one. So... Pass. He either has to waste card advantage to keep a better card, or he's going to keep the cow. And keeping the cow is bad. But it means I can't lacerate next turn. Better to keep the cow, though, than that 14 strength unit. I think a lot of beginners probably don't understand the monster passive too well. Not sure. We got a cow. That's really bad. I'm going to lacerate my own row on that one. Now be aware, the cow is generally considered not a good card, especially for Skellige and for monsters maybe. Because he's got buffed. He's like been buffed by the Skellige passive. You get 1 base strength every round. So he's been buffed from 1 to 3. But the thing that he spawns doesn't get buffed. So, like a useless card here. Or we could just Ermi on it. He's getting quite a few units here, which I'm not too happy about. 3 strength cow? Pathetic. Let's see what we get. Alzor's Thunder and a Priestess. So we don't want the cow. I think that's going to be good. I think all of this is quite good. That'll get me something not too good, I think. Get rid of that. Yeah, playing a Trist Butterfly spell is a really good card. But I am worried about what he's doing here. Alzor's Thunder is attracted to this guy, but since he's only 5 strength, we'll just wait. I'm kind of put off lacerating the melee rogue because I don't want that to come out. I'm going to put this down so he can't do anything to me.
Let's get this over with.
You could have decoyed the cow. I could have decoyed the cow. But that's only 1 cow for 2 cards. Oh dear. Okay, maybe I should have done it straight away. But that's Scorched Bait, so that's
Exactly what I'd hoped for.
not really possible for me to scorch that anymore. Scoia'tael can't do anything in the opponent's graveyard. No, they can't.
You shall die, worm.
We'll decoy this lady here.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
We'll greet him with fire and iron.
Right, he probably does have a fog, but he should play it earlier. I'm hoping he doesn't have a frost. I don't have a way to deal with that. Oh, that's clever. I can't decoy that now. That's clever. Why you got to be clever for? I hate people who are clever.
There is no escape.
That lacerating on that row is looking really nice, but also not very nice. Although I shouldn't have actually hit that because that was protecting me from Scorch. Just to let you know. I shouldn't have done it. Messing this up a little bit. Clever opponents, I know. I wish you never come across those things. Yeah, bollocks. Alright. So if I lacerate that row, I only get rid of 9 and he spawns a 9, so that's not worth doing. Let's do...
There is no escape.
You lost this. I think I have lost this one. You are correct. 3. That's with 6. Yeah, we've lost. I'd like to see what the last card is. I'm thinking it's a fucking hell. We lost that one by a long way. Right. Just gonna drink my tea in shame. You can't target your own side, Swag, with those warriors that do 1 damage. They should put it so you can decoy enemy units. Nah. I don't think so.